Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's reading. Change is in the air. It is definitely going to be happening. And that feels really good. That part feels really good. We feel somewhat excited and we realize that change creates chaos. Okay. Before we can settle down into the new way of being. Okay. So there will be some chaos. There will be some things you're like, oof, wasn't expecting that bit. But just know that this is a bit of prior warning before the change occurs so that you can feel calm and resilient when there's new things that happen that you need to deal with. So know that you can expect the unexpected, but it's all part of the change process and you will be hunky-dory. All right. Okay, so you know the deal for today. I'm going to pick one card for each of the months, and the reading for you is the month of your birthday. Okay, so I always start in April because April is the beginning of the energy year. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and one for everyone. This is a little bit of take it easy this weekend, bros. So this is sort of like plan it down, read a book. You might not be feeling 100% for whatever reason. Don't get too much into the detail about why am I not feeling very well. Sometimes when we've got change happening, we just need to slow down and enjoy the slowness. April babies. April babies, here you are. You're feeling like you've got a lot to do, and perhaps you feel like you're not confident at doing it, and you feel like the responsibilities are compiling on top of you. Spirit says, you've forgotten to ask someone for some help. And so Spirit says, speak up and ask for help. May babies. May babies. This card is often we kind of think that we can't do that. I could do this, but I can't do that. That's like I can only dream about doing that, and yet there's something that you dream of doing that you're going to do, and it just takes a lot of organizing, but it's actually going to be a lot of fun. So go for that. It's time to start spreading your wings a little bit in preparation for this change that is imminent. June babies. Oh, and happy birthday, June babies. So I should say. And nothing makes you more happy than having some calm, alone time to sort of engage with yourself without a whole lot of noise and ruckus around you. So Spirit is encouraging you to find a way to do that. Feel confident in the way that you speak to Spirit and the way that you engage, because it's when you ask a question, you're often hearing the answer, but you feel like, was that an answer or am I just imagining that? So it might have just been a coincidence or something, but that's Spirit's way of engaging with you. Okay, July babies. Well, I keep hearing in my head in between each card that I go to pick up, it's kind of like expect the unexpected. And I feel like you're not used to people showing gratitude to you and showing their appreciation to you. And this is, a sense of you've achieved a goal and people are going to be like, well done. And you're like, yeah, duh, as if I wasn't going to do it. But to them, perhaps they were like, will he or will she? But you have. Okay, July, August babies. You're using your intuition, and the great leaders always have to have that intuitive, wise ability. And so, Spirit is saying this is something you gained from your childhood. And so, August babies, you are definitely connecting to Spirit. You're definitely able to be intuitive and trust your intuition. You need to be reminded of that today. September babies. It's a funny thing that sometimes when you're alone with somebody who's a best friend or a co-worker or a romantic partner, everything is great. It's just when other people come around that it starts to feel complicated and difficult. So Spirit says control how you react to things, and that will make all the difference. That's the hint they want to give you, because your fear is that these people are not worthy of you. But what happens if they actually are? September, October babies. There's a sense of, worrying about the wrong people. Classic October babies. You're like up and down all over the place. So Spirit's saying like, you're thinking too much about what other people will think of you. You're thinking about other people that aren't there, and yet you are around someone who definitely cares about you. November babies. You can be rest assured that money will keep coming. I don't know why there's sort of a fear that there's never enough money. And Spirit is saying that you're going to be getting into a space where you're creating a budget, you're going to be creating a plan, and very much is going to grow as you go, because you're going to be surprised at how much more you're able to save and put aside than you thought. December babies. December babies, your preference is not to focus too hard on the future, because you feel like, when what comes will come. But for us, like, man, you really need to put your head down and start thinking of the things and the direction that you're wanting to go. Otherwise, kind of things happen to you. That's the problem with people believing in fate. Okay, fate is not that great. You are invited by spirit to take control of that aspect. January babies. Well, there is a change on the cards, and whether there's a change in your home or change in direction, definitely a new path, and it feels really good, and you're really happy with the outcome. It also adds to your enlightenment, so it's something to do. It's something, not just a physical change, but a spiritual. This is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. February babies. February babies, don't block the opportunity, right? So, you see the goal, you reach the goal, then you see another. Just don't sit around waiting for permission to go for the next one just because you just finished that one. You know what you like? You like ADHD. You just need to keep going. You need to do another one. So don't block the opportunity because someone says to you, can't you just sit back and enjoy this right now? You're like, yeah, no, I want to get on with it. I want to do the next thing. March babies. March babies, finally recognition, some kind of surprise, some kind of flow of energy that is coming your way, and it really builds your confidence. Maybe it's like an affirmation of something that you have been thinking about doing, or a direction that you've been thinking about heading. All right, so there you go. On that note, have a wonderful and wild weekend.